Hey everyone, Austin here again doing another unboxing video. This is something I haven't done in a long time. I think the last thing I unboxed was my Mega SG by Analog. But here today I got something in the mail, and that is the Turbo Grafx-16 Mini. I was not planning on buying this because money is tight, but a friend of mine, Tony Hayden, big shout outs to him, messaged me earlier this week saying, hey, I've got a package on the way to you. You should have it by Saturday. And I was like, okay, cool. And I got it today and I opened it up and holy crap, it was a Turbo Grafx-16 Mini. So huge shout outs to Tony again. Thank you so much for this, man. This has really made my day. So what we're going to do here is unbox this. It looks like on the side you've got a tab that you can open just like so. And it looks like you can also open it from the side as well. So let's go ahead and just crack it open right here and see what's inside this. I have not looked at any unboxing video or anything like that. These mini consoles are pretty cool in my opinion, but I don't really follow them when they come out. I'm just like, I've got the real hardware, you know, cool, you know, for people that enjoy them, you know, that's what matters, people enjoying this stuff. But yeah, so I don't really follow this stuff. I wasn't planning on buying one, but hey, if someone sends me one, I will be happy to have it, and I will be happy to stream it. And first off, looks like you've got the instruction manual. What I really like about this package, and this is very much like the NES Classic and Super NES Classic as well by Nintendo. Not sure about the Genesis Classics, I haven't gotten that one yet, or the Genesis Mini, is they try to replicate the original packaging, or at least some of the included materials and whatnot. So this is going to be the console right here. Let's go ahead and pop this out. Looks like it's padded, which is nice. And let's go ahead and open up this bad boy. Oh man, that is so cool. That is so cool. Here it is, the Turbo Grafx-16 Mini. Does this actually pop off? It almost looks like it should, and it feels like it should. It's wiggling back and forth. It has to, because yeah, it does, because that's where all your connections are. So I'll have to try to get that off. But it looks like you have two USB ports on the front for the two-player games, just like so, and you've got the power switch on the front right here. Makes a nice clicky sound, kind of like the original, and it's got the colored tab there, which lets you know it's on or off, which is nice. Always a nice touch on the original Turbo Grafx. And you've got a HUD card slot right here. It's not actually a HUD card slot, but if you had an original Turbo Grafx-16, this is where you would input or insert your game. And it's even got a little notch right here in the front. You're not going to really be able to see that well, but the notch actually you know, opens and closes along with the power button. So that's actually a really cool little attention to detail. That's to keep you from being able to pull the card out while the console is on. So let's see if I can crack this open. There we go, just like so. Very nice. I love the attention to detail on this thing. That's what's really cool about these mini consoles. Although I will say, hold on a second. Compared to some other mini consoles, this is not actually all that mini. So here's a PS1 Classic in comparison. It is actually kind of a hefty unit in comparison, and the NES Classic and SNES Classics are very similar in size to the PS1 Classic here, just to give you a good idea. So get out of here, PS1 Classic. No one likes you anyway. So, yeah, really cool looking thing. And it looks like as far as inputs are concerned, you get your one HDMI on the back, which is right here. And then power is, where is power? Oh, interesting. Power is down there, and it just uses a standard, you know, modern charger for phones and whatnot. It's right there through that little hole. You can sort of see it. Interesting little setup actually. That does actually make it so it's hard to just pull the cable out, which is nice. But yeah, Turbo Grafx-16 Mini, man, I'm looking forward to firing this thing up. This thing has so many good games on it. Some of my absolute personal favorites like Dracula X Rondo of Blood, Gradius 2, as well as Lords of Thunder. Can't wait to play some Lords of Thunder. My actual original PC Engine Duo is having problems with games like Lords of Thunder. So looks like we've got ourselves an HDMI cable, which we will definitely use. And then here is the other part of the package. Let's see. You also have, looks like a charger. Actually, it doesn't come with the actual brick, unfortunately. So you have to have a brick, kind of like, oh, let's see. I've got a couple here. So for instance, this is one that came with my Mega SG, so I can actually just use this. A lot of people should have these hanging around, but if you do think about buying one of these, just keep in mind you only get this cable. I did hear people complaining about that online, where you get the cable, but you don't get the brick. So if you don't have one of these bricks, these spare bricks, then you are your SOL. Although this might actually be able to plug into a PC to power the unit. Some systems are like that. I don't know if this is. But yeah, if I try that in the future, I'll let you guys know in the comment section. So that's that. And then this is the other part of the package. This is the controller. So this is the Turbo Grafx-16 style controller. And as you can see, you've got turbo switches on the right hand side there, and you've got your face buttons, and here is the back side right here. I will say the controller does feel kind of light, actually. Let me put the cable on the ground, and yeah, the controller does feel extremely light. Here is a PC Engine Duo controller, just for comparison. And actually, you know what? This is really light too. So actually, it feels like the weight is, let's see, let's put that on the ground. The Duo pad does feel a tiny bit heavier, but it is still a fairly light controller as well. So, but as far as the feel goes, interestingly, the front pad here is sort of a kind of like a matte finish, whereas on my Duo controller, it's actually sort of like a glossy finish. And I thought the North American Turbo Grafx controllers also got the glossy finish, but I don't remember because I don't own a US Turbo Grafx-16 anymore because I bought a PC Engine Duo. I was like, I don't need it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. But yeah, man, this controller actually feels really good. It's the same shape and size and whatnot. It looks like the cable actually is fairly long as well. You can see how many times it just wraps over itself. So definitely a decent sized cable, which is very welcome compared to platforms like the SNES and NES Classic. Well, NES Classic in particular. But yeah, this controller, it feels really good. It looks like the turbo switches are there. I can feel them switching. Which is awesome. The earliest PC Engine controllers actually did not have turbo switches, so I'm really glad they added them to the North American release of this console. So, but yeah, it looks great. So what I'm going to do here in the coming weeks, guys, is I'm going to be streaming this console here on YouTube. So if you guys want to check this thing out in action, be sure to watch out for those live streams. You know, on those streams, I'll give you guys my thoughts on this thing. So I've heard there's some input lag and stuff like that, but you know, some people have said it's a big issue. Others have said it's not a big issue. I haven't had problems with, say, the Super Nintendo Mini or this SNES Classic, even though this was done by a totally different company. People said the lag is comparable, but I was like, SNES Classic lag's pretty good. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll do a live stream of this. We'll see how this thing works out, see how it handles, see how it looks. And yeah, really looking forward to trying it out. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And huge shout outs again to Tony Hayden for sending this my way. Dude, this was completely unnecessary, and I am indebted to you, good sir, because this is awesome. Lots of nostalgia for the Turbo Grafx-16 myself. You know, I got my first one in the late 90s with the box and everything just like this, and yeah, this kind of really takes me back. I haven't had a box system in such a long time, and this is just so cool to have. So, but thanks again, Tony. Really appreciate it. And thanks everyone else again for checking out this unboxing. If you have any questions or comments, or if you have any personal feedback about the unit itself, if you have the PC Engine Mini from Japan, or if you have the Turbo Grafx Mini from North America, let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know your experiences and stuff like that, how the input lag handles for you, and how the visuals are and whatnot. And yeah, just let me know your thoughts on it. God, it's such a great lineup, man. Alien Crush, Blazing Lasers, Dungeon Explorer, Victory Run. Nah, it's actually not a very good game. But Newtopia, Military Madness, Ninja Spirit, Space Harrier, East 1 and 2, Bonk. Oh, man, just so many good games on this thing. I think this has the absolute best lineup of all the minis that I've seen so far. Kadash is on here. Holy crap. Lords of Thunder, Bomberman 93, New Adventure Island, Air Zonk, Parasol Stars, Rondo of Blood. Oh, the list just goes on and on and on. Really interested to see how this thing comes as well in terms of jailbreaking or hacking. So we will see in the coming weeks and months and whatever, as more of these roll out and people get their hands on them. So, but yeah, all right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Have yourselves a fantastic day or night wherever you are. And until the next one, take it easy.